Salut tout le monde, Josué here. Welcome to another edition of French with Josué. I know it's been a while since my last video post, and for that I am sorry. I have been incredibly busy, but I have been able to find some time, so I am making you another video. Today we are going to learn how to say something very useful, and that is, what is the time? Or what time is it? To do this in French, you would say, quelle heure est-il? Repeat after me. Quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? And now slower. Quelle heure est-il? One more time. Quelle heure est-il? Okay, now usually if you ask this question, you want to know how to reply to this question. Because people may ask you or they may tell you and you may not understand what they're saying. First of all, you need to understand the numbers. And how to say the numbers in French are, for 1 o'clock, you would say une heure. For 1 o'clock, it is une heure. For 2 o'clock, it is 2 heures. 2 heures. For 3 o'clock, it is 3 heures. 3 heures. For 4 o'clock, it is 4 heures. 4 heures. For 5 o'clock, it is 5 heures. 5 heures. For 6 o'clock, it is 6 heures. 6 heures. 7 o'clock, 7 heures. 7 heures. 8 o'clock, 8 heures. 8 heures. 9 o'clock, 9 heures. 9 heures. Here you will see that the word 9 is neuf, but when you say heure after it, it kind of sounds like, the F kind of sounds like a V. So it's like 9 heures as opposed to 9 heures. It is 9 heures. 10 o'clock is 10 heures. 10 heures. 11 o'clock is 11 heures. 11 heures. And finally, 12 o'clock is 12 heures. Not to be confused with 2 o'clock, which is 2 heures. So again, 12 o'clock is 12 heures. One more time, 12 heures. Okay, to make it more understandable what time you're talking about, because in France they usually use the 24-hour clock. So they would say 16 o'clock for 4 o'clock, or 23 o'clock for 11 o'clock. And they even sometimes do this in Quebec, Canada as well. So to make it less complicated for you, you can still use the 12-hour clock, but you should say what time of day you are talking about. So if it is, let's say, 9 o'clock in the morning, then you would say 9 heures du matin. One more time. 9 heures du matin. Du matin basically means of the morning. So it is 9 of the morning, 9 o'clock of the morning, or 9 in the morning. to say 12 in the afternoon, you can either say noon, which is midi, midi, or you can actually say 12 o'clock. Well, you don't really say 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so let's say 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You would say 1 heure de l'après-midi. 1 heure de l'après-midi. Meaning 1 in the afternoon. If you wanted to say 6 o'clock in the evening, then you would say 6 heures du soir. 6 heures du soir. And du soir means of the evening or in the evening. When you want to say midnight, they don't use French. In French, you don't usually say 12 o'clock in the morning, just like in English, you don't say 12 o'clock in the morning. So you would just say midnight. And midnight in French is minuit, meaning middle night. Again, it is minuit. One more time, minuit. Okay, so that about wraps it up. I will see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed this French video. Don't be afraid to leave me a comment or subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I shall see you soon. So until then, à plus tard.